Hey there, and welcome to September 2019. My name is Kayleigh Jean, and I'm here to do your creativity readings for the month. I just have a couple of quick announcements. First of all, if you are looking to go deeper with your astrological knowledge and you want to explore the potential of working with astrological magic in your personal spiritual practice, I will put the information to Natural Magic School. That's the topic of the month. We're going a lot deeper with it. We're also going to be doing some live streams and just exploring natural magic from an astrological perspective, as well as going into the philosophy of circle casting and working with the four direction. If you're not familiar with Natural Magic School, it is really just a very inexpensive way to support my channel. If you get something useful out of these videos and you want to say thank you, you get access to a ton of extra content every month. So all that information, again, will be below the video. Secondly, I wanted to let you know about the tanks that I'm wearing this month. I'm super excited to be partnered with Hannah Stone, who reached out to me. I was so excited to partner with her for this month's videos. She creates this whole line of astrological, constellation-based and crystal-based designs with her clothes, and her fabric that she uses is so freaking comfortable. Everything that she has, I think, is somewhat reversible, so you can wear it in different ways to create different necklines and just fun stuff. So I wanted to give her a little shout out and let you know that she's offering free shipping for anybody who watches this and wants to purchase something from her shop, which is super generous. So I will put all of her information below. I just really related to her mission. She's working to empower women. She employs adults who earn fair wages in Canada. I absolutely love her mission. I feel like she is just a really awesome creative person, and I'm really excited to be wearing her stuff this month. So if you're interested in that, I will put the information and the free shipping link to her shop below. Okay guys, let's get into your readings without any further ado. Okay, Taurus, as I was tuning into your energy, I was given a couple of messages for you for the month of September. The first one actually came through first as kind of like a mood and a feeling, and I felt very kind of in my body, I guess I should say, like very physical. And I feel like there's something coming through this month where you're going to possibly be feeling more attractive. You might be getting that kind of feedback from people too, like maybe you're going to get a little bit more attention from people just in general, but I feel like there's a sense of you really kind of being at the top of your game when it comes to your self-care and just feeling good in your skin. You know, this could be a really great time to do something nice for yourself, for your health, or for maybe like your hair. Go get your hair done, or do something new with kind of how you present yourself to the world, because I feel like you are looking your best and feeling your best this month. And that may not necessarily just be in like a literal physical way, but it's like when you feel good, you're attracting good energy. So it all kind of circles back, whether you're looking at it from the outer perspective or the inner perspective. Just feeling good in your own skin goes far this month, as far as in terms of making new connections and feeling confident in yourself and having positive social experiences. There's definitely a sense of that coming through. So capitalize on that, Taurus. Don't be a wallflower this month. Really put yourself out there. Put on a brave face, smile, even if you feel a little insecure or a little shy. people are not going to be picking up on that as much. They're really just going to be seeing you and kind of noticing your best qualities, both inner and outer. So it's a great time for you to capitalize on that charm, that natural Taurian charm that we all know so much about. And it's going to be something that can help you achieve your goals or just to feel excited and just positive this month. So that feels really good. The other thing that was coming in was something about like a teacher. I was actually seeing almost like Chiron in a way, the half man, half horse, centaur creature from mythology. He's the wounded healer. So there could be a spiritual teacher coming in this month that you're really resonating with. Could also be some kind of healer or a guide perhaps that you're working with. Maybe even a life coach or something along those lines, but there's something guiding you that you feel really optimistic about. So the message is to embrace that. Always stay true to yourself and don't go too far into idealizing any teachers or mentors that come into your life. But overall, I do feel that this is actually really positive for you, and I feel like there's a sense of being able to learn a lot from someone who maybe has more experience than you in a particular arena of life, or who's able to impart tools and techniques that you can then use in your professional life as well. So it looks really good. There's just a lot of growth. Let's go ahead and check out your cards, and we'll get some more of the specifics. Taurus. Okay, so we're just going to get some messages for the overall energies of the month. And we're going to get your animal spirit guides to give us some more information. Okay, Taurus, let's go ahead and take a look. We've got bear as your path and the deer as the influence. So two really earthy cards. These really fit with your energy. It also fits with the fact that for the majority of September, we actually do have the sun in an earth sign, Virgo. So this month, the Virgo energy is very supportive to you. It trines any points that you have in Taurus. So if you're a sun Taurus, or if you have your ascendant in Taurus, or your moon, or even more than that, the traveling kind of team of the sun, Venus, Mercury, and Mars are all going to be hitting those natal points that you have in a really positive aspect. And for you, it is manifesting in a very earthy way. So this could be about physical abundance, maybe purchasing land or property for some of you. There could also be a sense of getting to spend more time in nature with these cards. There's also a hint when I'm looking at this of conservation efforts that's coming through, which isn't something that I normally see, but if there's some of you out there who are like activists for animals or wildlife or even people, that can be a Taurian quality. You have that generosity of heart. You could see some significant growth in your charitable efforts or your efforts to contribute in some way to an ecosystem or to protect a resource, that kind of thing. It looks really peaceful and positive for that. But in general, both of these cards are making me feel that this is a freaking solid month for you, Taurus. There are going to be real, tangible blessings coming in. And your energy just feels pleasantly peaceful to me as you go into this month. It's like you're prepared, you're on it, you're on your game. Don't let this go to waste. You know, if you're feeling that calm sense of inner fortitude, that's not necessarily the time to kind of sit back and relax at home. When you feel strong energetically and in terms of your integrity and your emotional state is balanced, that's the time to push yourself a little bit. I'm not saying don't rest, definitely take your time out, but push yourself a little bit because you're exuding a certain charisma and strength this month that is going to be noticeable to other people, and you really want to make that known and make it clear that you are someone that can be relied upon, especially if you're looking to get a new job or a business deal, or you want to grow your followership on a platform like a social media platform. This is a time to be seen. It would be a great time to do some live things if you are a business owner and you've been wanting to branch out into live broadcasting, or if you are looking to start a podcast maybe, or a blog. This would be a really good time to do that, because you're going to be perceived with a certain degree of strength and fortitude, and you're not, like, your energy isn't caught up in trying to be anything that you're not. Like these cards, that's one thing that I could unequivocally say about these cards, is that they are just radiating this sense of authenticity. It's like, even though we don't actually have a bowl in these cards, this draw like is Taurus. This draw is just Taurian, so beautiful. So I'm really happy about this. I feel like you're going to be shining. Take some chances on yourself. You'll be happy that you did. Let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of your cards. So we've got 2 of Wands, 8 of Swords, 4 of Wands, Ace of Wands, 2 of Cups, the Tower, the 2 of Pentacles, and the Star. Gorgeous. So there is some fire here in this reading, and the Tower also strikes me. Haha, strikes. Lightning strikes. The Tower strikes me as an energetic component to this reading, not necessarily something that needs to be feared or anything like that, because the surrounding cards all indicate to me that this, whatever the Tower represents for you this month, it really has to do with a noticeable shift in your consciousness, where you recognize either that you are kind of part of like an overarching divine system or divine order or divine plan. And the way that you're going to possibly realize that, if this is something that you realize, is that you're going to see a sign. You're going to be seeing maybe multiple signs and synchronicities that you are on the right track. And it's kind of making you, like, it's opening up your perspective. I'm not saying that you are going to start thinking that everything is like fated or destiny, but there's something about this Tower card with the 8 of Swords above it that's like, you've been kind of seeing yourself as separate and apart from others, and that can lead to competitive thinking, or it can lead to self-doubt and kind of putting yourself down, being hypercritical of yourself, because you're seeing yourself as separate from everything else, and then therefore coming up short. But then events that transpire this month give you this faith, which kind of shakes you out of that perspective, and it gives you this faith that there is some kind of divine will that's active in your life. And you may call that the energy of your higher self guiding you. You may call that something related to whatever your beliefs are about life and the nature of the universe. And this is a very philosophical reading, but there is this sense of like, wow, am I really the only one kind of steering my ship? Because if I am, that's pretty freaking magical. But I also feel like the environment is participating with me in creating this path that is opening up. And the reason I say that is because we have this 2 of Wands here in the beginning as we go into the month, and then we have the 2 of Cups underneath it. So clearly there is this duality that's being indicated by the cards. But what I want to say is that he's got his hand on one wand, the other wand is bolted down behind him. And in this particular instance, it feels to me like the other wand represents more like an unseen but like very helpful influence. The way that this could play out in practical terms is that there might be somebody for example, let's say at work, but apply this into whatever, situation is the most relevant for you personally, Taurus. But for example, it could be that there's somebody at work who admires what you do and likes working with you, and maybe they have a higher position. They could be kind of knocking on doors and quietly having conversations with other higher ups or other people that manage departments and trying to kind of get you into a better position. And you might not even know that this is going on. That's one practical way that this energy could manifest. It could also manifest as, for example, you finding out that in the middle of an argument that you're having between friends, or that you had maybe months ago with family members, you find out that someone like kind of stood up for you, and you didn't know that they did that because they didn't broadcast it, they didn't tell you, but they actually did have your back during that whole mayhem that was going on before. It may be coming up in subtle ways, it may be coming up in just like a, that's interesting. But the overall feeling that I'm getting from this is that you are doing everything that you can to kind of move yourself forward in life in a particular direction. But there's someone kind of waiting in the wings behind you who has really good intentions, who's kind of helping things along. And they may be like a physical person, like all of the examples I just gave, or it could be some energy in spirit, or it could be the energy of your higher self, or it could just be in a very broad sense that the universe seems to be kind of on your side, and life kind of seems to be on your side. So you're not exactly looking for an explanation, but the environment and the particular kind of energies that you encounter by chance happen to be working more in your favor at this time than they normally do, or than you are expecting them to. So that's definitely something that I'm seeing. There's also this sense with the 2 twos being like one right above the other in this reading, that with the 2 of Cups, of course, we do get that sense of possibly a very positive connection in your life, maybe a romantic partner, or just a friend, somebody at work, or somebody in your family that has your best intentions at heart and is, kind of, like I said before, just having your back in a way that feels really good to you. It could be that you're doing that for them. It's like a mutual thing as well, because here on the 2 of Cups, we have 2 people meeting each other. So you might be doing this for someone and they may be doing it for you. But overall, what I am seeing with this is that really it feels like there's a positive sense of connection. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours, although not necessarily that transactional. It's just about recognizing that, hey, our interests are aligned here, we care about each other, so let's work together. So that looks really good. I'm feeling very optimistic and positive about that. I also say that because you have the 4 of Wands coming up next to the Ace of Wands. So some of you could be considering this month either purchasing a new home with the 4 of Wands representing domesticity and the home life. It could also be that you are doing a little bit of reorganizing or redecorating within the home, because the Ace of Wands brings in this new energy. It's like a burst of new energy, and the 4 of Wands often relates to the home, domestic life, or even like a home-based business as well. So if you have a home-based business, Taurus, or you're thinking about starting one, this looks really good. I have to say, if you're looking for a permission slip, if you're looking for somebody to validate the interest that you have in starting a home-based business within the next couple months, I feel like September, especially the first 3 weeks of September, could be like the perfect time to initiate that, press publish on your website, or just get going with it, because this looks really positive. You're going to have the creative energy to kind of sustain the process of beginning this project. I also feel that for some of you with the 4 of Wands, there could be like a celebration happening for someone. So you may be attending some parties or a ceremony. There's overall a feeling of kind of magic with these cards. With the wands, of course, we always get that sense of magic and being able to direct energy the way that you want to, being able to set clear intentions and move forward with those intentions kind of close to your mind, and staying focused and being able to then manifest kind of the changes that you want to see. with the Ace of Wands and the Four of Wands, I feel like that energy of, pursuing something with strong intention and succeeding with it is coming in the area of home or home-based business or domesticity in some way, shape, or form. So it could be a great time if you're looking to sell or purchase a home. Really lovely energy around September for you on that. And overall, I just feel that this is a really positive, uplifting time. This is a time where you're going to feel a lot of energy to get things done, so definitely put yourself out there. You are going to have to push yourself, like I said before, because the Eight of Swords is coming up over the Tower. So it's kind of like the Tower represents the much needed change and burst of energy that frees you out of your limited headspace and your assertive thought process that kind of tends to dominate your mind from time to time, that tells you that you're separate, that you have to not ask for help, that you need to kind of suffer quietly and go it alone all the time, and you can't bother anybody. Sometimes that's the energy of the Eight of Swords, is like we're just making ourselves way too small, and we're blinding ourselves to all of the resources that we actually could have access to if we would just open up our eyes and look around and think, okay, maybe they have something I need, I have something they need. Let's collaborate, let's talk, let's open up the doors of communication here, and not try and always kind of be so insularly focused on my own responsibilities and my own tactics, my own tools, what I currently have access to. If you open your mind up to collaborate more, then you get access to the world. That's where you get access to everything, is really through caring connections and good, fair networking relationships is really kind of what we're seeing. So we also see towards the end of the month, and remember, some of these themes could be relevant at different periods. I do see these cards as sort of relating to the whole month in general, but we have the Two of Pentacles with the Star. And the way that they come up in the spread is that the Two of Pentacles is first and the Star is kind of last. So the way that I'm seeing this is both of these people have something in both hands. But here we have, with the Two of Pentacles, we have a closed loop, because he's holding the pentacles, and then the loop is going between him and his other hand, and then back to his other hand. And so it's only circulating within his own field. With the Star, she is actually pouring the water through from both hands. One urn is going down to the earth, and the other one is pouring back into the water. And because she is pouring the energy outward and nourishing her environment, she is able to walk on water symbolically, because she has her foot on the surface of the water. So she's doing something magical. She's doing something almost, Christ-like in a way, as she's putting her foot on the surface, and she's not, her body's not pushing through. So what this tells me is that for you, Taurus, generosity is the name of the game this month. Not needing to account for everything that you give or take, not keeping score. And that may be true in a financial sense with business partners, or I'm not suggesting that you just throw caution to the wind or anything like that, but there's something here about that's being really gestured to you by the universe that's saying, this is a great month where you can gain a lot by being generous with your time, with your effort, with your energy, with your messages, with your knowledge. This is a time to give of yourself. Put that energy out that you want to get back. And I do see this being very positive for you, because that energy is going to come back to you tenfold. If you were to be like this guy with the closed loop energy, you might not lose, but you won't win. And what I mean by that is more like gains and losses. Like if you're looking to stay the same, then maybe this is a good option, just to kind of hold what you have and sort of maintain the flow that your life is currently in. But if you're ready for a big advancement, or if you have something in mind that you want to do, like maybe you want to take a course or start a new profession or whatever, if there's any sacrifices that you have to make in that process to initiate those changes, make those sacrifices and make those kind of contributions with like an open heart. Like make your actions be coming from a place of absolute generosity, and I feel like you're going to be really happy with the way that things turn out this month. So I'm really enjoying that. I really like to see that for you. I feel like the more generous you are with your time, Taurus, the more that is going to come back to you. So really don't be worried about holding things back. Don't get caught up in a scarcity mindset at all, because there's plenty to go around, and the universe is bringing you more all the time. More wisdom, more guidance, connection, resources. I'm going to look at your Lenormand cards. These are different from tarot, and full disclosure, I read them quite differently than than maybe like a regular Lenormand reader does. I know the symbolism and the official meanings of the cards, and Taurus, and I'm choosing to use them a little bit more intuitively today. Taurus. Okay, here we go. Let's take a look at your oracles. Wow, so we've got new growth, and from Bob Ross we have, and the more that you paint, the more that you're able to visualize. Beautiful. So I'm going to turn over your Lenormand cards. Wow, so we've got the gentleman, the sky, the whip, the child, the mice, the crossroads, the anchor, the cross, and the bear. Interesting to have the bear symbolism coming out twice. We have the moon, the house, and the stork. We've got the sun and the key in your energy. The energy between you and this other person is the clover. And we have the birds in the mountain coming up in the other person's energy. So this is like a focused relationship reading, because sometimes relationships don't necessarily figure in that strongly with my readings. So I hope this reading has been helpful to you, Taurus. These cards look very beautiful. I'm excited to get into the rest of your reading, but overall, I feel like September is going to be a month of great abundance for you. I feel like this is going to be a month where you're really able to shine, so go for it. Put yourself out there. Be generous with your knowledge and sharing your energy and your personality with people this month. I feel like it's really going to pay off. Thank you so much for watching my channel. Thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. All those things are really helpful for my channel. It really helps me to know that these readings are helpful to you, so thank you so much for that. And if you'd like to study natural magic with us, I will put the information for Natural Magic School below the video. I'm sending you so much love and grace, Taurus. Take care of yourself, and I will talk to you in the next reading. And I'll also link your extended reading below the video as well if you'd like to continue with these messages, and also take a look at the astrology of the full moon for you, and specifically how you can work with it based on your sign. That's also going to be covered in the extended reading. Okay, Taurus, I hope you have an awesome rest of your day and a great month in September, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye!